Hello everybody, it's Non-Scene News here, and today we've got a lot of breaking updates today, so let's first just start with Ukraine. So we've got news that Ukraine has cut off Ukraine's cut off Russian oil from Hungary. So Hungary has and Russia have actually been trying to resume oil deliveries by the company by the name of Lukoil after Ukraine imposed tougher sanctions on the Russian company. Ukraine's recent sanctions prohibit Lukoil from using the country as a transit route. So Ukraine has completely cut off Lukoil, a company in Russia, to deliver from Hungary, but use Ukraine as a transit route. Maybe it can use something else from like Turkey to Bulgaria to Romania to Hungary, but Russia and Hungary will probably find another way of getting this oil to Hungary. We've got more news coming from Ukraine that Russia has actually done a prisoner exchange, so 95 people each. So if you can see in the bottom left corner, both Ukraine and Russia approved this, and they conducted a prisoner exchange. So this means that the communication between Russia and Ukraine is not silent. There is some talking. And Ukraine has reported that Russia's vast stock of Soviet-era weapons are running out. This was suggested by Ukraine. So maybe this is true, maybe it's not true, but Ukraine is reporting that. And there's apparently been some protests in this city here. So the first protest of the power outage is happening, so people have taken the streets, and because of there's been no power in the city for quite a while, so power outages in Ukraine are certainly becoming regular. So now people are going on the streets and seem to be protesting. So it looks pretty small right now, but this might grow into something. But we'll see what happens here. And the Belarusian. So the Belarusian and Chinese fighters continue to work with each other. So as part of the Attacking Falcon exercise, a night landing of combined groups of the armed forces of the Republic of Belarus and the Chinese army took place. So you can see here, you can see the paratroopers. You can see here as they land and stuff. So these exercises with the Russian and the Chinese, the Belarusian and the Chinese army are continuing near the Polish border, may I add. So I'll make sure to keep you updated on that. So we've got some news coming from Putin and to Moscow. So Putin has linked the electricity shortages in Russia to cryptocurrency miners, stating that uncontrolled energy consumption by miners pose as risk to many regions in Russia. He highlighted that the issue is already observed in multiple regions in Russia. Putin warned that without the federal legalization, the country could face energy deficits, noting that mining accounts for 1.5% of the energy consumption in Russia. So, very interesting Putin statements. We could see maybe in Russia more of a restriction to mining, crypto mining. And we've got news coming from Serbia. So, the Russian senator has stated that if Belgrade wants, there is a place for Serbia in BRICS. So, Russia is stating that there will always be a place for Serbia in BRICS. Maybe it'll get a fast track into BRICS, who knows? But very interesting nonetheless. We've gotten reports from Viktor Orban, the Prime Minister of Hungary. So Viktor Orban, if you can see here in your bottom left corner, is taking a vacation in Croatia, and he stated on the post, "We are waiting for Putin and Trump. We are waiting for Putin and Trump. They are late," said in the description of the photo. So very interesting nonetheless. So maybe we could see a Putin and Trump meet up pretty soon. And now we've gotten some interesting interesting statements coming from North Korea. So Kim Jong-un has warned South Korea from after it dropping anti-Pyongyang propaganda leaflets over the border between obviously North Korea and South Korea. So this comes when actually North Korea was actually sending balloons to the South Korea with a bunch of trash and in some cases, human feces. So North Korea was sending balloons over by the thousands to South Korea. Now, South Korea is now sending leaflets with anti-Pyongyang propaganda. So Kim Jong-un has warned South Korea. So very interesting. And the US statements today. So we got some breaking news that Biden has cancelled his speech in Nevada because he apparently tested positive for COVID. So very interesting. And we've got some early rumors that President Joe Biden might actually be dropping out of the presidential race if medical conditions emerged, the New York Times writes. So US President Biden said on an interview released on Wednesday that he would rethink whenever to stay in the presidential race if a doctor told him directly that he had a medical condition that made that necessary. So we probably could expect President Joe Biden to drop out the presidential race. So very interesting. And we got some news coming from Berlin that the German defense company, which I cannot pronounce these German names, will supply the Ukrainian special unit, the Kraken, with a test batch of the FPV drones Mouse. So you can see here in your bottom left corner. So the Mouse can carry a payload up to 2.7 kilograms. It has a range of 5 to 7 kilometers. It can carry different types of ammunition, and it is also equipped with thermal vision camera. So very interesting. So these drones will be given to the special forces unit to Ukraine called the Kraken. And we got some unmanned boat attacks that Ukraine tried to conduct on the Crimean coast. So Ukraine sent a bunch of unmanned boats trying to probably hit some Russian vessels. But it seems that it did get sunk by these Russian helicopters. If you can see here, it seems to have caught on fire at the end of the video. So very interesting. And the last news today is coming from Sumi. And apparently at night, the Russian army tried to break through the Sumi region. The Ukrainian armed forces had many wounded, apparently. So the Ukrainian media writes that apparently the Russian army tried to break through the Sumi region, and both sides apparently lost a lot of casualties and many wounded. So very interesting. And we've got news coming from Paraguay. That apparently over 4 tons of cocaine was found inside of a shipment of sugar in Paraguay. So Paraguay authorities reported the largest cocaine bust in the country's history after discovering more than 4 tons of the drug hidden in a sugar shipment. The cocaine was worth about 240 million US dollars, was bound for Belgium. So, very interesting. But that's all the news I actually have for you today. I am Non-Scene News. I'll try and post the daily non-scene news that Western medias and other medias do not show you. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye.